Hey, welcome back to Perkin Boons. I'm Chrystel.
I'm Brandon.
And we're back into Resi 7.
So I believe we left off just after evading Jack.
Yep, we
For
just
the
got
first time.
that first save room.
So we'll see how we do here. So our next mission is to... Well, we don't know. We haven't gotten our sick phone call yet.
I basically utterly failed at trying to evade him, so that was fun.
No, you did good. He only grabbed you the one time. It was Mia that you had trouble with.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Make myself
And then you can grab the thing by the door too before you go with that lock. I think this one uses the lockpick. Or is that for the thing out in the hallway?
I think it's for the thing out in the hallway. I think that's what I picked up. Yeah, I picked it up in here. Because that was where I got it.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. I can't
You just
get
gotta
that way.
you gotta walk out.
Yeah.
And now go back. Go turn around. We gotta
Can't hear
talk.
anything.
We gotta talk to Zoe before the cop will show up and knock on the window.
Zoe, right? What the fuck are they?
Shut up and listen if you want to stay alive. You gotta get out of that house. There might be a way out through the main hall.
All right.
Oh, and that thing on your wrist is a codex. Don't lose it. It's important.
You mean my sweet Apple Watch?
Hell of a girl.
Hell of a girl.
Now you can wander around till
Till what's his face
he shows up.
And go unlock this.
Yeah, okay, this is the drawer I was thinking about. And then before we go,
Here we go.
you know, do the stuff, we gotta use our knife to get a couple of the boys. Our bobbly boys.
Just waiting for him to bang on that door. Sir.
It'll take a minute. Sometimes he's really quick, other times. I don't know, like, if there's a way to trigger him. Like, I wonder for speed running. If there's
Yeah.
something you can do to, like, trigger him to show up. Just peek around the corner. No, he's not there yet.
Sir. Garage.
That might be my favorite sign in the game, because it clearly says garage, and then you click it, it says garage. Is there something in the trash here? I don't think
I
so.
don't think so. I don't think this is like, oh, I can't do that right now. Because apparently you can't remove tape with your hands.
Yes. No hand remove tape.
Sir, talk to me.
I wonder if you just stand there if he'll never show up. You know what I mean?
That'd be
'Cause
so
they-
funny.
They don't want you to see him load in.
Yeah. He like demolished it. Like how do you even there's just parts missing.
We talked about this earlier. His punch makes you travel through space and time. What do you think he can do with a shovel?
That's true.
I mean, we didn't get to see it, but that one scene where he chops your leg clean off with like one.
That one's terrifying though.
If he catches you before you go down that little hole in the ground.
It's true. It's incredibly like the first time I accidentally did that. I didn't expect that like my leg would just be off. And then, you just pour some first aid kit, on your leg and it's fine. It's
Yeah,
fine.
You goop it. You slap some goop on it. Is he there?
There he is.
Okay.
Over here. Hey, you gotta help me.
Hold on, back up.
Hey buddy,
Now,
can you
So,
help?
do you live here? I mean, is this your property?
What? Me? No. No.
All right. Now, we got several calls about some missing persons lately.
You don't understand. I gotta get out of here.
Now, calm down.
You're not listening to me. There are crazy people in this house trying to fucking kill me.
Well, all right. Let me tell you this. You don't exactly seem like you're playing with a full deck yourself, all right?
Are you kidding me?
Look, like
I mean,
said, we've
he's
had
not
several
wrong,
missing
but
persons,
also like
and I can't
if somebody
rule
tells
out
you that
an
somebody's trying to
outsider
kill
like
you,
yourself
Yeah, and you were here investigating missing persons. Like, you would immediately call backup.
Yeah.
It's more like
And I don't think you would let this guy out of your sight. Like, I'll meet you around by the garage.
Wait,
Yeah.
you gotta give me
Also,
your gun.
he gives him a knife. Like,
you must have lost your mind.
Look,
look here.
Officer.
Here's a knife.
right. Deputy. Now, do you want to see my name in the obituaries? Or do you want to be a hero and save my life?
The guy's face. Look at him. He's like,
A fucking pocket knife?
Here, take it. That's all you're gonna get. Now go, garage, now.
okay, now I can go poke some boys.
Poke some boys
What am I gonna do with a knife?
before we get in our fist fight. Because there's 2 you can get right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the one at the end of the hall really quick, and then I'll get the one there.
So for those of you who don't know, which I don't know, so there's this thing. It started in this game with these guys. Well, I'm sure there's other things in other resis, but
Poke.
you collect coins to get upgrades, and then you poke those guys, those bobbleheads. There are 20 of them throughout the entire game in the normal game, and I think even in Madhouse mode, which is like the remixed hard mode. And if you-
My hope is to get all 20. I have not ever done that. Probably should save.
yeah, each time we've played this game, and I think we both played it a couple times.
This one?
Yeah. We always miss one. There's always one, and it's
There's
not
always
always
one.
the same one.
Yeah. Like, we know where all 20 are.
It's just in the course of playing, unless you have a checklist, it's like, oh yeah, you just run right by it. Get some bullets.
Ugh. Oh man, I'm not looking forward to this part.
It's not so bad. Just you know exactly where you need to go, so
I know. It's
just
just
mad dash for
ugh,
the keys.
Juke and Jack.
Well, he'll be tied up at the beginning, so you've got time if you just go straight there.
That's true. And I also can't. But I do have to
Now first you need to tell
grab
me what
his.
you're doing out
Well, I
here
guess
on
if
No,
I
you
just
don't.
go for
You
the.
can do it after.
Yeah.
What about you?
No, it's my job. Don't you
Oh,
do your
no.
job and tell me.
Oh,
Answer
God.
my questions.
You're not gonna believe me if I told you.
Try me. Hey, put that door back. Put that door back. Please.
Look at that shovel work.
That is a sharp shovel. Sharp dress
Now
shovel.
go. What are you waiting for?
I
You
forgot.
You're just singing a song yourself as this guy gets.
Sharp dress shovel. Yeah. Come on. Where is it? There it is.
That's so funny.
Reverse. Oh, come on. And we're gonna reverse, and then we're gonna. Oh God. Hey, buddy. Where'd he go? There he is.
Yes.
Why is my camera so messed up?
Stop looking at the caption.
I'm not looking at the capture.
Likely story, friend.
Uh,
Just wait for him to stand up. Yeah, you should be able to get him.
oh.
Oh, it's because
Oh,
they're
hello,
already
sir.
doing this part.
Hello.
Oh god.
Uh.
This is actually a pretty nice garage. It's big enough for you to actually drive the car around in.
You know, it'd be nice to have a garage that big.
I like how he lines this up too. He's like, okay, alright, you got it just right.
This is like my nightmare.
And then where's his hand, you know? Is he just pushing on your leg?
He's just pulling on you.
Yeah. He's pulling on your junk and then it makes you twitch.
Oh God.
So now you can get the gun, I think.
Oh man. Oh buddy, look at you. Get out of the car.
What luck that that thing is just the right height for you not to get smacked.
Take that.
And then I think it's on the ground right there, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's stuff in all the corners.
Yeah, it's just that he also like.
Yeah,
have to
but
wait for him
can't.
to
He's not gonna
explode.
hurt you.
Back up into a corner.
Now look what you've done, motherfucker.
Don't even worry about that. Don't even waste it.
You know?
It'll blow up. You'll do okay.
To heal.
Well, sometimes they give you. We'll have to actually look at your arm.
I
Your pants
mean.
off. Sometimes they give you this blood effect. I've known, like watching this game so many times. There are times where they just give you this.
Oop, it's just- I mean...
Oh no, you are pretty jacked, yeah.
Just gonna... Okay, alright. Go right over here, give us this. Thank you. I think that's all of the stuff that's down here, though. And he's gonna... He's terrifying!
The first time you play this game, Jack is like... You're like, oh my god, this guy. I love him. He's one of my favorite Resident Evil...
Let me out.
Favorite Resident Evil villains, like tracker enemies.
Do the speedrun tat?
Yeah. Did you say speedrun tat?
Tactic. It came out as tack. Like, in the power of Juju, you know. Okay. Gonna get myself to the save room. Oh, that's not it. But, and then I can organize myself. Help me. Oh, okay, Zoe.
Well, she's got to make sure, you know. My thing is, like, can she see you?
What? I thought it rang.
I don't think it was ringing. Again, just, you know, to break the immersion, we can barely hear you. And so we're not going to hear all the really nice sound cues. Again, we're still early on in the life of our channel. We're figuring out the audio.
We can put that away.
Oh, you got shotgun shells.
Yeah, I just don't have the shotgun for a little bit, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Make 3 of these and I can put the herbs away. Okay. And then...
Gonna save that.
Oh, I should save that. I should have done that before.
Well,
Sorry.
it's better to do it after, I think. That way if you die, it's all that stuff's done.
And then I'm gonna organize. I want...
Just hit square.
That's what I was trying to do. And I want this is my down. Ooh.
And everyone has their preferred order for their weapons. I really am excited for RE8 because I like this first person mode. I know it was controversial, but I like it. And I think that, like, you can see them refining a lot of these systems in the RE2 remake and RE3, like how the inventory works and all those things. So I'm excited for a game that puts all that stuff together.
Get all of this stuff. Give me all of the things. Oh, coin.
There's the phone.
There's
call.
the phone.
Did my daddy give you a hard time?
That's your father?
No, I'm also really excited for the first person.
I'm sorry, but he's dead now.
I'm sorry, but he's
You
dead
just
now.
might be able to pull this off.
He
I like how she's just like, yeah, sure, I bet he is.
said, yeah, huh?
I can't explain it right now. You may need some sort of keys to do it, but find a way out of the house.
Okay.
I'll be in touch.
Yes, ma'am.
So there's stuff all around this room, so you gotta go in like all the corners and get
I know.
the goop and the plants and the... Oh, and our first pendulum thingy.
Ooh. Oh yeah, and then we have the newspapers. Pendulum. We don't have anything for in here yet. Can't get my shot. Look at the little shotty. Closer. Oh no, I should probably go back and
Yeah.
do the pendulum. Pendulum? I don't know. Pendulum!
There you go. So I was reading they released like this thing. It's all these like dev diaries about this game. And so to help create these 3D environments with like as much fidelity as possible, they kind of adopted this new technology. I'm not even gonna try to say it, but it basically involves taking a real object and photographing it from every single conceivable angle with like 150 cameras. And so they built this studio, right, at Capcom, where they could photograph objects, and then they use those images to create that 3D object in the game, so that it's not actually having to be rendered. It's like photos and stuff. But they did that with so much stuff in this game, which is why this is such like a huge leap.
Hi, Grandma. Yeah.
From like 6 and 5. And that's kind of also why they had to develop the RE engine, so that they could have something that they weren't worried about it being universally usable by every studio. It would just suit the needs of Capcom. And that's really awesome, because they used that from here through the RE games. They used it in Devil May Cry 5. Even the new Monster Hunter. Yeah, the new Monster Hunter game's on the RE engine as well.
Oh, yeah. That one looks like it's going to be really fun, too. The demo is neat.
Yeah. And so it's a pretty versatile engine. And I think that new Ghosts and Ghouls, or whatever it's called, Ghosts and Goblins, I think that is
2D?
also, yeah, the 2D one. I think that is also on the RE engine. So it's really versatile as far as like what it can do. The water finally receded. The house is alright, but the old house is badly damaged. Foreshadowing. Lucas is making a fuss about a huge ship that's washed up in the bayou. If that's true, I better report it to the parish. So that's my thing, is that they talk about the Bakers like nobody ever... Like, clearly people knew they lived out here.
And now it's been like 3 years, right? Because that's how long Mia's been gone.
Yeah, and my thought is...
This is the one.
There's also stuff later where they talk about how Evelyn sends them into... oh yeah. This is so
Meemaw.
creepy.
Marguerite.
This is so good, because if you notice this, then when you finally do get to go outside, you're so scared.
She thinks she's just walking around.
Yeah. But my thought was that they mention how like they have to go kidnap people, or they end up kidnapping people from like the streets of a city or something.
Yeah.
Which I assume is the town closest to them.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. So like they would, like these people had to have known.
Or is it just that Evelyn has such good control that she can like make them seem normal? No.
Oh, okay.
Like she can make them seem normal to go into town to do what she wants them to do.
Not after what happened.
Yeah.
After what I did. But I just want you to know that wasn't
I mean,
I don't know what happened. There's so much that you need to know.
There you are. You gave us quite a scare, young lady.
I don't like this one.
So we went with, in our first episode, she has a GoPro, yeah, is what we're saying. Not a huge shoulder cam, just mounted.
She's just carrying her. No, it's definitely the big one. She was supposed to show up.
You gotta look now.
Oh, hi. Hi, honey.
This is such a cool game. Hopefully this isn't your first time seeing this game, because wouldn't be the best playthrough for that. You gotta duck here.
I am sick and tired. Sick and tired of your bullshit.
She mean.
I need to hide.
The stuff she says is so funny, especially when you're Ethan and you're going through here.
What have I done?
I love when she like thinks she's gotten you. She like you hear her go ah, but like nobody's there. She's just mad about the fact that she didn't scare you.
It's pretty funny.
Aww.
This is also like,
Understand you?
this I think for me was such a refreshing return to so many classic Resident Evil kind of things. There is a lot of survival horror, there's a lot of like searching for what you need.
This
That's right.
Yeah.
To go outside.
see more than
Other.
Isn't she like?
don't understand.
Yeah.
Or is it that you just don't care?
Just watch her walking in. It's so scary. Ugh.
And I think there's a good blend of these moments where you don't have to do this too much,
Yeah.
but
like-
there are moments where you do. or like with Jack a little bit later from now, like you can fight him.
I don't know what you want to do with that boy.
But is it worth the resources to do it? And I like that they don't do it too much. It's not like
Yeah.
like RE3R, the remake of it is fine, but sometimes it's just annoying to have to like dip away from Nemesis. Although he wasn't as bad as he could have been.
That's true.
And Mr. X, like, the first time you play that game, is a real motherfucker, because if you don't plan out your route right, then you have to spend a lot of time avoiding him. But if you play efficiently, you can realistically only run into him, like, twice.
Yeah. Like you could do a whole bunch of stuff for like, because he doesn't trigger until you hit like a certain floor, right? And so
Right, there's like a specific area that he triggers, so you can go around and do almost everything else first. But you would have to really know like what you were doing and what order to do it.
Yeah.
And then you know when you come back to the RPD, you'd run into him again.
Well, that was kind of like this area right before I went into the videotape. Is that I picked up all of the stuff that I can ahead of time because I know I'm gonna be running.
That's true, yeah. Your initial playthrough, you're probably not going to know all that.
Babies fertilized the garden with what was left. No.
She's gonna feed me to her buggies.
But like, can you use bug poop as fertilizer? Does that work? Unless it's a worm, but...
I thought she said use the rest of you as fertilizer.
Oh, I see.
We open our hearts. And what do you
As far
do?
as I can go over here and I can see her walking by.
Do you actually see her?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there she is.
Okay, so I want to turn it. And then turn it. No, oh.
I think you're close. I think if you hit X, it'll be okay.
There we go.
Doesn't have to be perfect. I learned. With the mouse and keyboard, nightmare to do.
The controller, it's very nice.
And just because you move it so quickly with the mouse that you have to like really hold your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it just like spins. You like end
Oh,
up
really?
spinning it. Yeah. Because if you move a little bit, it's just like it spins all over the place.
It's funny because like first-person shooters, I prefer on the computer. But I definitely prefer like games like this. Or like, I mean, I know there's a first-person shooting aspect to it, but I definitely prefer this kind of game to be on here
She wants us
on
to
the
be
console.
a family, goddammit.
Yeah.
versus,
You.
Well, at least use a controller.
yeah, that's what I
All
mean.
you have to
Because
do
we're not
is
playing on a
accept-
console.
No, we're playing on a computer, but we're using a PlayStation controller for it.
I could never afford a good gaming computer until recently, and this isn't even the best. It's just, you know, it's alright. But to me, it's like a whole wonder world of new opportunities. So I'm bound to the controller. I love the controller.
Why can't you see
The
that?
controller is my friend.
Embrace
You
us.
can go now, I think.
There are known unknowns here, and you are not paying fucking attention.
Ooh, she made bad words.
No, you don't fucking try to take your share of the blame. There's
Let
no
me
way
out, let me out, let me out, let me
out.
out.
Me.
No, no.
It'd be so funny if Mia took
Oh.
the crank and then you're just
The lights
fucked.
are out. Let me out. 'Cause you have to go back in, don't you? I don't. She's not triggering. Oh, there we go. It's like,
Hello?
Marguerite?
Where do you think you're going?
That's another one of those Uncanny Valley close-ups.
Yeah, Marguerite has a funky face. I mean, they all do to a little bit.
Yeah.
But for sure, Jack looks a little. They clearly spent the most amount of time on Jack's face.
Yeah.
And then kind of like Lucas also looks weird.
What did they do
Yeah,
to
but
you?
yeah, and I think it's in certain spots that he looks weird. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go
Dump the dog
dump
head.
some stuff, yeah. Because then I can pick up what's in the bathroom.
Yeah, so reading the Deb Diaries is so fascinating. I was going to say this in one of our earlier episodes, but they kept saying, like, oh, we wanted to head in a fresh direction. Despite how amazingly successful RE6 was. You could tell. Do you want to go to the safe room and put the tape and stuff away?
Oh yeah, and probably wrap up.
Yeah, we can wrap up there.
We can start our next journey with Jack. Ooh,
As you
that's
make your
not
way
working.
there, it was so funny. You could clearly tell that some exec was like, we can't say
It
that
was
RE6 was bad. We have to say RE6 was good. We just wanted to go in a different direction for funsies.
You know.
Not because it's critically, considered like the one RE game. If you're not going to play any of them, don't play that one. I just thought that was so funny throughout the thing, how they approached it.
He's just like, Well, I think that about wraps it up.
Alright, so on our next episode, I think we're going to head back upstairs, explore the bathroom, and see what happens.
Sounds good.
Alright.
Alright.
Bye.
Bye.